Shreveport police were called to a domestic disturbance at the Villa Norte apartments. Investigators say Bagley got into a confrontation with officers and jumped from a second-story balcony to run from police. According to Louisiana State Police, Shreveport police officers chased after him, and moments later, Bagley was shot.
Dozens of protesters marched to the Shreveport Police Department on Friday morning, seeking justice on behalf of 43-year-old Alonzo Bagley, a week after he was fatally shot in the chest by 23-year-old Shreveport police officer Alexander Tyler.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Visible Truth Media, and I'm your host, 30 Guy. Today we have the famous Shreveport, Louisiana police officer that was arrested in the fatal shooting of Alonzo Bagley. Okay, this happened around February 2023, I think the 14th or the 16th. Don't get me lying to you on the date. We're gonna get straight into it though. But before we do, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date when we release new videos, man. This is what we do, man. I appreciate you. Okay, so look, a Shreveport, Louisiana police officer was arrested Thursday on a charge of negligent homicide in the fatal shooting earlier this month of Alonzo Bagley, an unarmed black man at that. Officer Alexander Tyler made his initial appearance in court, where a Louisiana State Police investigator told the judge that the body camera footage shows that Bagley's hands were up in the split second after the shots is fired. Investigators said no weapon was found on Bagley. The officer acknowledged in court that the view from the body camera is obstructed by the way the officer is turned the moment the shot is fired. Bagley was killed February 3rd after officers responded to a domestic disturbance call at an apartment complex, according to the police. When the police arrived, Bagley jumped down from an apartment balcony and fled. And after a brief foot chase, one officer fatally shot Bagley, who was later found to be unarmed, state police said. Tyler's attorney, Duke Thompson, says he hopes the body cam footage is reviewed thoroughly and a decision is made based on the facts and evidence. Officers are always faced on a day-to-day basis with dangerous situations like that, and at times where they have to make split-second decisions where they're in a potential life-threatening situation, Thompson said. That's cap. Anyway, well, now it's not cap, but I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, man, cut it out. Back to it. Look, the mere fact that an argument is being made by the investigator in court that he was unarmed does not necessarily mean that he is not a threat to the officer. How, Sway? Bagley's family was shown the police video of the shooting Thursday morning, according to one of their attorneys. The state police then released what they said were videos from each of the two officers' body-worn cameras, one from Tyler and one from an unnamed officer. The body camera video from the second unnamed officer begins when the officers enter their apartment building, walk upstairs, and knock, at which point Bagley opens the front door. The officers ask him to step out of the house, and Bagley refuses. The officers then follow Bagley into the house as he says he's going to put the dogs away. Officers tell him to let someone else in the home do it and continue following him into a room where he exits an outdoor balcony and jumps over the railing, landing on the ground below. The officer goes back through the apartment and then exits the building in pursuit of Bagley, running on foot. The pursuit lasts about a minute. According to the state police statement on Thursday, it was Tyler who then comes upon Bagley. A shot is heard as Bagley is shot in the chest. He slowly falls to the ground and says, "Oh no, oh God, you shot me." According to the state police, Tyler inadvertently turned off his camera and then turned it back on within 1 second after he fired the shot that killed Bagley. After Tyler fired the shot, his body cam video shows Tyler walking back over to Bagley, gun in hand, and the other officer turns Bagley on his back as he begins to administer first aid and calls for EMS. Tyler is distraught, saying, "Come on, dude, and stay with me." As the other officer performs chest compressions, the other officer is heard telling Tyler to go to the front of the building, which he does as first responders arrive. Xavier Sudds, Bagley's brother, told CNN what he saw in the police video less than an hour after watching it for the first time. Sudds said his brother's hands were up at the time of the shooting. Though it's difficult to tell from the video released Thursday, he was not threatening in any kind of way, Sudds said of his brother. Watch the video. He was at first confused, then angry, Sudds told CNN Cooper. That's just from not understanding why a domestic call can turn deadly. I think at this point, the only thing I'm wondering is just, you know the procedure. Why did it happen like it happened? The K-State police investigator told court on Thursday that Tyler had his weapon out during the chase, while the other officer holstered his weapon when Bagley jumped from the balcony. The Shreveport mayor, who opened up a Thursday afternoon news conference with a prayer, expressed his regret for not contacting Bagley's family in the days after the shooting and said he had learned from the experience. "It was hard for me to watch," the mayor said in the video of the shooting, "and I'm sure it was excruciating for the family to watch. It is heartbreaking for the family and all concerned. This is the kind of experience I hope no one has to endure." The mayor added, "Now is the time for all of us to begin the healing process. We should surround the family with our love and support and prayers." Shreveport Police Chief Wayne Smith said the relatively new officer disciplinary history have not reached the level where early warning systems would have brought him to the attention of superiors. Police violations involving Tyler included one for violence against a suspect, the chief said at the news conference, which also attended by members of the city council. Earlier Thursday, Ronald Haley, an attorney for the family, held a news conference with the community activists and Bagley family members. Haley praised the rapid arrest of the officer and the release of the video. Haley said Tyler had 66 seconds after Bagley fled to take a non-lethal action. "A short flight takes place, but flight is not a death sentence," Haley said. "Flight does not mean shoot to kill." Suggs, Bagley's brother, told reporters, "I want Alonzo's death to mean something at the end of the day, and I know that it will happen, and I appreciate everybody's condolences, but none of that compares to the pain I'm feeling. The pain my mom is feeling, that's going to linger for a while, for a very long time." Haley highlighted the Louisiana State Police swift action in the case and the importance of the body camera footage. "If we don't have body camera footage, we just have the officer's word, and we likely do not have an arrest today, and this family will be burying their loved one with the cloud of uncertainty," he said. Bagley's shooting death occurred about a month after the fatal beating of Tyree Nichols, a 29-year-old black man, by Memphis officers during a traffic stop that reignited a national conversation about police use of force against people of color, mainly Black Americans. Bagley had previously sued the police department alleging excessive force, according to a lawsuit obtained by CNN. Tyler, on the force since May 2021, was on paid administrative leave as state police investigated the incident, which included reviewing the officer's body-worn camera. His arrest was based on the findings of the investigators and coordinated with the Caddo Parish District Attorney's Office, according to state police. Tyler's bond was set at $25,000. His next court date is scheduled April 3rd, 2023, before the arrest. Tyler declined to comment to CNN about the incident. Documents show Bagley did have a previous run-in with Shreveport police years before he was killed. 12 months after Shreveport police allegedly assaulted Bagley during an arrest in 2018, he filed a federal lawsuit against the department. Bagley required treatment of contusions to the head and face and a number of his front upper teeth knocked out, the suit says. During the 2018 incident, officers responded to a domestic dispute between Alonzo and his wife. Bagley was put into handcuffs that were placed too tightly on him, and he maneuvered his hands to the front of his body due to the pain and discomfort of being handcuffed behind his back in the passenger portion of an SPD, Shreveport Police Department patrol car, the suit said. According to the court filing, Bagley was not attempting and did not attempt to escape, only rearranged himself out of the painful position he was in. One police officer then opened the door and delivered forceful and several closed-fisted strikes to his head and face, and a second officer did not stop the assault. The suit says Bagley was handcuffed the entire time and offered no resistance, the lawsuit said. In response to the complaint, the city said that one of its officers did open the door of the patrol car, but was assisting Bagley because he was attempting to strangle or choke himself with the seatbelt. The city went on to say the officer did strike Bagley's head and facial area when plaintiff Bagley covered his head with his arms and prevented Officer Cobb from removing the seatbelt and removing plaintiff from the vehicle. An attorney who represented Bagley in the case did not return calls from CNN seeking comment. Bagley was charged with domestic abuse, battery, and resisting an officer related to the incident. The domestic abuse charge was dismissed, and he pled guilty in February 2018 to the charge of resisting an officer, according to court records. CNN has requested comment from the police department and filed an open records request with the city to find out more information of that 2018 incident. Tyler was not with the department when the 2018 incident occurred. Bagley's family has sued Tyler, seeking more than $10 million in damages, according to a lawsuit in federal court. The lawsuit alleges the office violated Alonzo Bagley's Fourth Amendment rights. Louisiana State Police said the case is still under investigation. All that stuff about his previous case, I mean, of course they're gonna bring that up to try to paint a narrative about, I guess how defined he possibly could have been, but at the end of the day, you still got murdered for no reason. And they do, stuff like this always happens when something happens to a person of color or anybody in general that's done wrong by the police. They're going to try to bring up your past and and show what type of person you were. I guess to make it look like, hey man, you know, he was a troublemaker anyway. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that shit don't matter. After that first incident that happened, I'd have been out of there. I'd have been out of Shreveport, Louisiana anyway. Sending condolences out. I'm gonna play some of this footage for y'all. I'm not gonna play the actual shooting, but I'm gonna play the footage of when the officers came to the apartment building and pretty much came in and chased this man, and you can see the moments that kind of pretty much led to his demise. And I'm hoping that the family, you know, we send a positive energy out there from VTM. I hope, you know, this is something that everybody can learn from, man. You know, I don't know if this situation was avoidable. I wouldn't say it was, because I mean, at the end of the day, you still got putting yourself in position for the police to even be called on you. But, you know, stuff do happen, but that's still not a reason for you to lose your life, man. So with that being said, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all, man. When you subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is what we do, man. Peace, man. I'm out. Till next time. Oh, you're still here? Well, since you're still here, I want to give you guys a special thanks for supporting the channel and to let you know that we appreciate you, because without you, we wouldn't have made it this far. I also want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell, because it really helps us stay within the algorithm for YouTube. And don't forget to check out our Instagram page. Our Instagram page is used for when story updates come and we don't have to make a long video about it. You can just stay up to date on certain stories. From there, you can stay up to date on what we do and news that we cover and posts that we make. If you like the hoodies that I'm wearing, you can go to our website and purchase them. We got all sizes up to 3XL, and we got plenty of colors for females and males. If you have a story that you want us to cover, go ahead and email us at visibletruthmedia@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram and we'll jump right on it. It's time to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. Peace.